Hello everybody and welcome back to ANEXIS TV. This is going to be map 2 of the Prague Challenge 2013 final, here live on ANEXIS TV. I'm Kyanite and this is ANEXIS versus Nostalgie, map number 2 on D Mirage, or CPL Strike as referred to by many source and 1.6 players, quite simply due to the fact that it used to be called CPL Strike. Anyways, ANEXIS obviously won the first map as Hughesy gets that first kill with what is an arguably overpowered Glock on the A bomb site, and ANEXIS start making their way now. Kenny S in jungle takes down Rattlesnake with a lovely bullet to Rattlesnake's cranium. One of the CTs as well spotted in CT spawn. Hughesy elsewhere on the map, making it 4 versus 3 thanks to that lovely Glock of his. Kenny S with number 2 for himself, and ANEXIS, they're going to have to try and get the bomb down now. The problem is, I think the bomb is actually down on the floor. Actually, no, it's on Hoods G's back. Hoods G goes down, so that is bomb down. And now 3 versus 2, and it's not looking good for ANEXIS at the moment. MX is going to have to try and flank the CTs. He's making sure none of them are near connector, and down he goes. And Kenny gets number 3 for himself. Oh my god. Did they kill Kenny? No, they didn't. He was the one demolishing ANEXIS. So 1-0 to Nostalgie, and the comeback begins as far as they're concerned. This ANEXIS side obviously needs no introduction, particularly if you've been watching ANEXIS TV throughout all of the Prague Challenge. As for Nostalgie, well, they're not actually a team. They're more of a mixed side, consisting of 2 Team LDLC players, meaning they're French. Taz and Neo, both Polish I believe, both play for ESC Gaming. Rattlesnake gets tagged on his foot, however where are the rest of the terrorists? Release and Co are near B. And obviously Taz and Neo playing for ESC Gaming, play with the likes of Pasha. And Overdrive is the player who a lot of people have been asking questions about. And quite simply, he's a Russian 1.6 player who has decided he wants to give Counter-Strike Global Offensive a shot. And he's in a LAN final, so fair play to him. So Kenny S gets the first kill for the round. Hughesy hanging around near the A bomb site. He's going to get shot at and he's going to get taken down. Whew. A quick round there from Nostalgie. I think Overdrive got 3 kills, so well played Overdrive. We were just talking about him. But give him a FAMAS, and it looks like he's getting the hang of Counter-Strike Global Offensive, particularly with that FAMAS in his hand. So 2-0 Nostalgie. Obviously, ANEXIS only had Glocks last round, quite simply due to the fact that they lost the pistol round. So that's how the economical system works in Counter-Strike, which, you know, we talk about quite a lot. So if you're unsure how the economical system works in competitive Counter-Strike, well, look it up. Anyways, let's have a look at how Nostalgie are playing this. They're playing 2 on B, Kenny pushing rather aggressively at mid, but I guess you can trust Kenny, he's a great player, along with Taz and Apex both holding the A bomb site. It looks like the terrorists are preparing for an apps push, or release, and MX actually, are both on the connector. So we're going to see a stampede of terrorists now trying to take this A bomb site. Taz with the kill onto release with that nice FAMAS shot. Neo gets another one, and Apex also gets on the score sheet, but Hoods G will pick up that FAMAS and try and take down the CT, who is Overdrive, rotating from the B bomb site. Well, Overdrive was too good for Hoods G. Rattlesnake takes down Apex. The bomb was planted, was it not? No, it is, and it will be defused. So all of ANEXIS were wiped out that round. Well played by the counter-terrorists. I think I need to turn up my volume a little bit to make sure I can hear whether or not the bomb is planted. But anyways, 3-0 Nostalgie. Obviously, ANEXIS won map number 1, which was D+2. To be fully honest, I've been covering this entire Prague Challenge so far, as far as ANEXIS are confirmed, and the only maps I've seen are D+2 and D Mirage. So I don't know. It would have been nice. I mean, I'm not sure whether the teams choose the maps, but it would be nice to have a little bit of a mixture going on. Anyway, so it's round number 4. We obviously didn't see an early buy from ANEXIS. Both teams now have money. This is where they're really tested. Both sides have proper guns now. Let's see what they're well and truly made of. Rattlesnake and MX, sorry, in that mid area, throwing flashes out. We could see Another train of ANEXIS players, but Taz and Kenny have an answer to them as down they go. Apex from behind, Taz once again. And so far, it's absolute carnage for Nostalgie. ANEXIS getting torn to pieces. 4-0 Nostalgie here at the Prague Challenge. So, I know for a fact that Rattlesnake is the caller and captain for this ANEXIS side. So, ANEXIS, without a doubt, will probably have to try and change something around. The question is, what? It looks like they're going to try and go more B-sided. Rattlesnake taking the bomb towards mid. Apex push mid. Rattlesnake had him in his back pocket. But by the looks of things, Kenny S doing what he does best, playing aggro off short. So 4 on 4. ANEXIS did obviously get that early man advantage. They obviously couldn't capitalise on it. Rattlesnake with the bomb. He's been spotted. And Apex will have called that he was only on 20 HP, and Neo heard it. Threw that nade. A great throw. Rattlesnake caught the nade. Neo takes down MX. And now it's all down to Hurricane Hughes, who has actually managed to make his way onto this A bomb site here on Mirage. I don't think they know he's there. I think he's in a bit of an awkward situation right now, because in an ideal world, he'll want to save his AK, but he's already pushed the bomb site. Problem is the rest of his teammates died. So he's making his way towards jungle. One of the CTs heard him, and that CT was Taz. And he took care of the business by nicely spraying down Hughesy on the A-bomb site with the M4A4. I think it's called the M4A4 now in CSGO. Obviously, it used to be the M4A1 in both Counter-Strike Source and Counter-Strike 1.6. At the end of the day, it's an M4 something. Obviously an alternative to the AK-47. CT alternative to be exact. But yeah, so tough for ANEXIS so far. We've discussed this map before, and it isn't CT-sided nor T-sided. It's quite 50-50, and that's been reflected from ANEXIS' scores on this map that we've seen throughout the entire day that this LAN has been played on, really. So 5-0 down against Nostalgie. Obviously not ideal. Nostalgie, particularly considering the fact that they are a mixed team, probably expect the actual team themselves to be slightly more successful than the mixed team. However, take nothing away from Nostalgie. Kenny S and co, all terrific players. Probably individual-wise, probably just as good as any of the ANEXIS players are. Anyways, back to the kills. ANEXIS find themselves a man up somehow, despite the fact that they are on an eco. Take that away. Neo levels up the terms. He's playing short. Apex takes down Hughesy. And it's all down now to HudsG and Release. Release, funnily enough, making his way from behind. I'm not quite sure they know he's there. Well, now they do. And down goes Release, and it's all up to this man here, HudsG. Can he do something with that Glock? No, he cannot. Neo with the AK-47 lands that bullet in HudsG's head. And ANEXIS are going to buy up now. And Nostalgie, well, let's have a look at Nostalgie's money. Well, Neo, $14,000. That's enough to buy a tank. But looking at the score, Kenny S, Kenny S 9 for 1, Neo 7 for 0, Apex 6 for 3, Taz 4 for 3, and Overdrive on 4 for 1. So it's nice to see that Overdrive's got 4 kills already. He was on -1 kills for the whole first half of this final game. Let's see what is a best of 3 final game. Rattlesnake lands that very, very, very good AWP shot onto Nostalgie's AWPer. So AWPer versus AWPer there. So he gives ANEXIS that all-important one-man advantage. They being ANEXIS really need another round on the cards, and Release takes down Apex with a nice shot as he lands it with his AK-47. HudsG not too far behind, getting himself on the score sheet as well. 6-0. Neo takes down both MX and HudsG with some very nice M4 work, but Release has him in his back pocket. So 3 versus 1. Taz is by himself, and now Taz just dropped to his death. So 6-1, and that was the important round that ANEXIS needed. We obviously know that Nostalgie, well, particularly Neo, can afford a tank. So they aren't going to have to eco after losing that gun round. They still are going to have guns. So if they were going to go ahead and win this round, then they wouldn't be that. They would be fine economically. ANEXIS, however, probably not as much. So let's have a look at this terrorist split. We're still seeing the 2-1-2 split from Nostalgie with 2 on B. Kenny playing short/mid. Apex and Taz playing A. So Husey is going towards Apps by himself, probably be looking to make a bit of noise. MX, is interesting to see what MX is doing underground. He's sort of holding, making sure, possibly trying to hear out for mid. Release still has the bomb, so far so good as far as ANEXIS and Nostalgie are concerned. Mainly Nostalgie, because they just have to make sure the bomb doesn't go down. So 60 seconds to go. As long as the bomb doesn't go down, then Nostalgie don't really have to worry about much. And it looks like we're gonna have an A split from ANEXIS here. Let's have a look at what's going on. MX makes his way from underground. He's gonna try and make his way into that connector. No, actually, HUDG is gonna boost him. And hang on a second, MX and Kenny S are going to come up right against each other. Release takes down Kenny S. Actually, there's no need for MX to finish him off. And 1-0 to ANEXIS as it stands as far as the number of players are concerned. And we were right when we anticipated that A push. Rattlesnake and Husey getting on the score sheet. Husey makes it 2 for himself. Apex gets a consolation. But Overdrive is now stuck by himself as ANEXIS exploded all over that A bomb site. Overdrive all by himself now for Nostalgie with that M4. What can our Russian billionaire do now? And if in case you're wondering why I'm calling him a Russian billionaire, is he a Russian billionaire? Probably not. As a matter of fact, he could be. I don't know. So it's just the rumours going on with people asking, who on earth is Overdrive? I've never heard of Overdrive. What's he doing playing with Kenny S and Apex and Taz and Neo? He's actually a Russian Counter-Strike 1.6 player who is attending this LAN with this mixed team. Probably not a very good choice from him to go straight back to the place he killed the terrorist. Or perhaps he expected that ANEXIS would expect that he would change his position and therefore ANEXIS wouldn't check his last viewed position. If that makes any sense. But anyway, 6-2 in favour of the Europeans, obviously consisting of 2 French players, 2 Polish players, 2 Polska players, 2 Francais players, and 1 Russian player. And I'm not very good with Russian, so I'm not even going to attempt to say 1 in Russian, because I have no idea what it is. So Rattlesnake with the opening kill of the round onto Apex. Let's stop talking rubbish and start concentrating on the game. So a good all-important kill by Rattlesnake. Obviously being the author, he's always looking to open up the map. Taz with 2 kills as ANEXIS attempted to drop down from Apps onto that A-bomb site. Husey had something else up his sleeve, and so did Neo. There's 3 CTs now prepared to actually make that 2 CTs, prepared to make their way onto this A-bomb site. Through from jungle. Rattlesnake with a lovely kill there from his AWP. He's playing rather aggressively with his AWP. We know that 1 CT is making his way through CT spawn. Rattlesnake is playing rather aggressively. He's on 34 HP, and the problem is he's walking right into Overdrive's crossfire with Neo now. Rattlesnake, come on, you don't want to be doing that, and that was a cheap kill. So HUDG's all by himself. He had the bomb. I don't know why ANEXIS didn't go and plant the bomb there. I mean, I felt they could have done. Well, obviously, we knew that Overdrive and Neo had a crossfire going on. Rattlesnake being an AWPer on 34 HP, is, he is good with the AWP, but he probably shouldn't have pushed all that way by himself. But anyways, he's a professional player, not me, and perhaps his reasoning behind doing things like that is the reason why he is a professional player, and I'm just an ANEXIS staff member. So anyways, Neo pushing short. Let's see what we're going to expect from the terrorists. Well, what we are going to expect is a dead release. So 5 versus 4 now in favour of the team in the lead. Nostalgie to be exact. We're still seeing the same 2-on-2 setup from the Europeans. As HUDG gets taken down at mid. Thanks to Kenny S's M4, but MX and Husey going big with 2 kills. And all of a sudden, ANEXIS find themselves 1 man ahead. Granted, Rattlesnake is on 1 HP and bleeding to death, but, he's still alive, he's still running, and Husey is holding this A-bomb site, waiting for MX, oh, no, it's Rattlesnake actually, with the bomb, to make his way onto the bomb site, and I'll tell you what, he needs to really plant this. Come on, Rattlesnake, get that bomb down, what are you doing? He's peeking CT in jungle, but it's taken far too long. 30 seconds to go now, and if a CT pops up in CT spawn, well, Rattlesnake is doomed. So MX really, in an ideal world, ANEXIS really will not have wanted MX to die because Rattlesnake only had 1 HP, but I tell you what, he can pull off AWP shots like that with only 1 HP. So now 2 versus 1. If Rattlesnake gets dropped, Husey is still there. Overdrive spamming the boxes, the time is ticking. What can Overdrive pull out the bag now? Husey trying to take him out. Does not succeed at doing so. Overdrive will take out Husey, and I think Overdrive might just try and attempt this defuse. Husey's going to go out there and peek him. Can Overdrive get the defuse? No, he cannot. Husey took him down with a nice AK bullet through that wooden box to get a very, very important round to ANEXIS and increase their tally to 3 rounds here in this map number 2 on the Mirage of the Prague Challenge 2013. Obviously, ANEXIS, for those of you guys who have just tuned in, did emerge victorious in map number 1, which was DDoS2. The exact score, I can't remember, but they did emerge victorious. So if ANEXIS were to win this map altogether, then they would be crowned as champions of Prague Challenge 2013. And at the moment, particularly for this round, I'll tell you what, they are playing like champions. Rattlesnake and another player getting on the score sheet. Make that release now. Kenny S as well, probably being the better player for Nostalgie so far. They are in the lead, of course, 3 versus 2. And now it's all down to Neo making his way around the back of that bomb site with the 5-7. Takes down Husey. Can he take down Release? He can! And Hoods G, whew, that was a close one for ANEXIS. Lands that AK headshot onto Neo. 7-4. And things are getting exciting here at the Prague Challenge final. So 7-4 in favour of Nostalgie. We still don't see a full buy round from Nostalgie. They've, well, actually, it's more or less is Apex, unfortunately, on a FAMAS. However, he doesn't care. He's going to take out Rattlesnake in swift fashion and give his team a 1-man advantage. So, 4 versus 5. The mass majority of the ANEXIS players near the B bomb site, but Hughes, however, still is in spawn. Probably a good idea that he goes back, or if they are going to try and keep one person to fake A, well, you don't want it to be the bomber. So ANEXIS making their way very slowly into that uppers area. They know exactly that they're there. Overdrive takes down Hoods G. Can Release take down Neo? No, he cannot. Release falls to his death. Now it's all down to MX and Husey to turn this 3 versus 2 situation into something. MX won't turn it into anything because he's dead. Now Husey, what can he do? He does have the bomb, obviously. Nostalgie keeping Apex near that A bomb site because they haven't actually spotted Husey, I don't think. Problem is, if he is gonna try and plant the bomb now, well, they're gonna hear him planting the bomb. So let's see what Husey's approach to this game is gonna be. And I'll tell you what, Husey could pull something out the bag now as he pushes this inside kitchen area, takes down Apex, and the CT is, oh dear. It looked good, but Kenny S's little window jump there was didn't go exactly how I think Husey had it planned out in his mind, and we see ANEXIS losing another round. So Nostalgie make it 8, and I think they'll be happy with this half so far. Obviously, ANEXIS due to losing that for being forced to eco or deco really. Once again, we do have a full buy. Well, it's not really a full buy, it's more or less the same weapons from Nostalgie. Bar Overdrive, I believe he had an M4 last time round, and he now has a FAMAS, but he does know that ANEXIS are on a deco, so a FAMAS should suffice for this round at least. Let's have a look at what the terrorists are doing. Well, they're all waiting outside this A-bomb site. They're going to slowly make their way into the A-bomb site. Taz with a very nice M4 headshot takes down both Hoods G and Rattlesnake. Kenny S gets in on the action by dropping Husey, and Neo comes big with 2 quick kills there. Very, very quick round. Well, ANEXIS tried to take it slow there, but really they didn't have the quality. They didn't have the, not the quality with regards to players, they didn't have the quality with regards to weapons and armor. They just got absolutely demolished. Quite simply due to the fact that Nostalgie's weapons were far more capable of the weapons ANEXIS had. So Rattlesnake in an interesting area now, open in apps. So it's not something you see every day, but you know, if he thinks it's exactly what he needs to do, then let's see what'll come of it. Release looking to push mid. We know that 2 CTs have already pushed mid, and I like the way that these Nostalgie players, well played by Release. Very nice shot, lands that AK bullet onto Apex. Release makes it 2, knows where the 3rd CT is. HUDG will finish him off. I was going to say that I like how Nostalgie are playing rather aggressively. Not really giving ANEXIS much breathing space, but I tell you what, that backfired, and Release will make it 3 for himself after picking off Overdrive, with a very nice AK-47 headshot. Some nice sportsmanship between both teams. Apex telling Release, complimenting Release with regards to a nice shot. And that's what we like to see, both here at ANEXIS and in Counter-Strike in general. Nice sportsmanship. So we see a half buy from Nostalgie. Taz has a shotgun, so I'm going to view him, and let's see what will come of him. Actually, nothing will, because none of the T's are making their way towards Taz. So HUDG at mid with his AK-47, where the rest of the T's, as well as mid. Rattlesnake chilling out near B, and Husey holding near the jungle area. Actually, not the jungle area, near the connector area on the A-bomb site. So ANEXIS playing patient. They know that Nostalgie on paper shouldn't have any weapons. Kenny S might have picked up whatever MX had now. MX really shouldn't have got taken down by Kenny S. Release will take down Kenny S. That's what he gets for killing Release's teammate. Revenge, and it looks like Release is going to make his way towards the B-bomb site as Neo picks off Rattlesnake on the A-bomb site. Hang on a second, no, it was Rattlesnake who was near B, and it was, we can confirm, Neo near B. So we're going to see HUDG, Husey, and Release make their way towards the A-bomb site very slowly. One person from each angle. It seems like HUDG is going to try and push connector. Problem is, that CT is right behind him. Neo finishes him off. Husey pushes Apps. Apex takes him down, and now Release is by himself. He does have 100 HP. Can he pull this 3 versus 1 clutch off? I'll tell you what, the CT is a heavy tag. Release with a very nice AK-47 shot onto Apex. And we were making jokes about Taz's shotgun, but it did get that final round for Nostalgie. So 10-5 to Nostalgie at the end of this first half here on the second map. Looking good and solid for the mixed team. For Nostalgie, probably should be expecting slightly better from ANEXIS, considering they are an actual team. We are obviously waiting for one more Nostalgie player to make his way back onto the server. No idea where he has gone. Who's missing? We've got Apex, Kenny. We're missing Neo, aren't we? Neo, for some reason, is no longer on the server. So far, a very good game. Let's have a look at the scores. Kenny, 15 kills, 8 deaths, topping it for Nostalgie. Apex coming in with 10 kills, 12 deaths. Taz with 10 kills, 10 deaths, obviously with a picture of Taz, the cartoon character, the Tasmanian Devil. And Overdrive not doing too badly. He's got a positive KD ratio, so fair play to him. He's starting to get the hang of Counter-Strike Global Offensive with 8 kills, 7 deaths. Hang on a second, Overdrive has left the server as well, so this could take a little bit more time. Hopefully not too long. Being told that this could take quite a bit of time for whatever reason. Obviously there have been quite a few technical difficulties so far at this LAN event, so we will get back to you guys and go live once again as soon as Nostalgie have 5 players and they are live themselves. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, welcome back. The 2 Nostalgie players who had some technical difficulties have returned, and so have we. So we're going to carry on this map number 2 of the Prague Challenge 2013 final. obviously between Nostalgie and ANEXIS. So it is 10-5 in this first half to Nostalgie. Looks like ANEXIS sort of somewhat anticipated a B push. Release, very nice shot. Rattlesnake makes it 2 to himself. Can he make it 3? We're still watching Release and Hudge. MX gets that kill onto Taz. And we've still got our eye on Release, and Release will get his second with a very, very nice USB shot. Quite interesting there. ANEXIS stacked B and Nostalgie went B. Hurricane Husey writes, hello VG Rush. Kenny replies, VG, LDLC, alright. And MX says, Fish Rush. Release says, Baguette Rush. Anyways, why am I reading what they're saying? It's quite amusing, actually. But anyways, no doubt about it, ANEXIS knew exactly what Nostalgie were going to do, and it definitely paid off for him. So he's going to give him a few more rounds now to hopefully better their case, try and make their way back into this round. Husey with a kill, Rattlesnake with another, as the terrorists do a suicide rush into this A bomb site. Rattlesnake makes it 2, Hudge G with the FAMAS. Overdrive, the only kill for the terrorists so far, onto Husey. And now it's all down to Overdrive, who's got his crosshair on MX, but Rattlesnake had his crosshair on Overdrive first. So 10-7, phew, those were 2 quick rounds, weren't they? Round 18 already. 10-7, ANEXIS fighting their way back into this game. And now the question is, what can Nostalgie do? They obviously are at a disadvantage. We're seeing an all, more or less, FAMAS by ANEXIS, from what I remember. Actually, Husey has an interesting SMG, and Rattlesnake has an M4. So my bad about that. Husey gets the first kill onto Apex. Hudge G as well. Where are all these kills happening? Neo pushing mid. Hudge G will take good care of him. And both Husey and Hudge G getting 2 kills apiece in that round. And I think Nostalgie, well, considering they're a mix, I think, to be fully honest, no offense to them, I don't think they had any idea what they were doing. They knew they lost a pistol round. They knew they were a few rounds ahead. So they probably just wanted to get those rounds out of the way, and get those last few rounds over and done with. Sorry about that. Anyways, Husey playing aggro, pushing up mid, knows exactly where Neo is. He's pushed him. He's sprayed a bit, but he did get a kill. So Rattlesnake pushing off short, get a kill himself, and so far so good for ANEXIS. Not looking good for Nostalgie. Overdrive starting to change my opinion, but still I stand by what I said. Rattlesnake gets number 2 for himself. Husey and Hudge G also the other counter-terrorists on the score sheet. Now it's all down to Kenny S. Can he pull off a 4 vs 1 clutch? Obviously the ex-Very Games and current LDLC player. He does have the bomb, which is good on his behalf. And funnily enough, guys, well, Release is the only CT on B. He's not actually playing directly on the bomb site. So Hudge G here has more or less got A covered. Kenny S is going to try and... Actually, or is he going to go underground? No, he's going to carry on towards apps. 45 seconds left and counting until the clock ticks. But hang on a second. Where's Release stood? Release pops out and finishes Kenny S off. How does he pull off shots like that? I don't know. Good shot by Release, and what was 10-5 is now 10-9. So looking solid for both sides. As far as the comeback is concerned, looking very solid for ANEXIS. Emphasising the fact that this is maybe perhaps slightly more CT-sided, this map. I don't know. Anyways, this is round number 4 of this second half. So both teams have weapons. You'll be delighted to hear. Actually, no, they don't. Nostalgie have gone for a deco, and Release has made has dealt damage. It looks like Nostalgie are going to try and stampede into this B bomb site as Release takes down 2. He's anticipating even more terrorists to make their way towards this B bomb site. Spots Overdrive. Can he finish him off? Yes, he can. He spots the bomb down and Release with 3 kills as it stands, exploding all over Nostalgie. I don't think they quite know what's hit them. Hudge G spotted the last 2 remaining terrorists, so you'd assume ANEXIS will start to close down on them now, and I think MX more or less knows where one of the terrorists is. However, that terrorist was Neo, and he has intelligently made his way away, and he is going to creep behind Rattlesnake. Oh dear, what's Neo doing? Is he going to attempt to knife Rattlesnake? No, he's not, but a very good kill by Neo. Rattlesnake had no idea what was happening. Release got surrounded, and all of a sudden, this round is looking winnable for Nostalgie. It's Neo all by himself now with this big green gun, the AVP, the AWP. Or the Magnum is referred to by some people, due to its default name in the Counter-Strike series. But MX gets the job done, and 10-10. And ANEXIS, well, the comeback is on. Very good Counter-Strike being played by ANEXIS at the moment. And finally, we are going to see a buy round coming from the French, well, the third French, third Polish. Well, not really. It doesn't leave a third Russian, but you guys get the point. 2 French, 2 Polish, and a Russian player for this Nostalgie mixed team, of course. Up here against the old British ANEXIS lineup. So the bomb is B-sided. And Taz is the player with the bomb. Overdrive making his way towards the A-bomb site in apps. He's very, very close to Husey. And I think this is just a matter of who's going to make their move first, or who's going to make them the mistake first of making a footstep heard. I think Hughes definitely isn't walking there, and Overdrive will punish him. Apex gets another kill onto HusG elsewhere on the map. Rattlesnake lands the AWP shot onto Apex, but Nostalgie, because of that, find themselves 1 man ahead. Overdrive, granted, only on 14 HP, so not much, but 14 or 12, sorry, is better than nothing. Released by himself on the B bomb site. MX playing in CT spawn between, you know, both the A and B bomb site. So what are the terrorists going to do here? Neo making his way towards MX, finishes him off with a lovely shot with that AK-47, and they know exactly where Rattlesnake is, but Rattlesnake lands that shot onto Overdrive. Where are the T's? T's obviously representing terrorists, going to actually decide to plant this bomb. It looks like they're going to try and plant on the A bomb site. Release coming from behind to take off Neo as he tried to take down his teammate Rattlesnake. So, Taz with the nice kill onto Rattlesnake. Bit of a tongue twister at the moment. And what can Release pull out the bag? He knows exactly where Taz is. He doesn't know where Kenny S is. Kenny S, though, on 17 HP. So if Release can actually take down Taz, well, we might, just might, have a 2 versus 1 clutch from ANEXIS, which really would be massive for them. It would put them in the lead for the first time in this map. But unfortunately for Release, Kenny S had it covered and landed that big green gun bullet right onto Release's stomach. So 10-11 or 11-10 in favour of Nostalgie. We've seen a buy round, I believe. Yep, it is a buy round from the CTs, despite losing, which is good. The T's look like they're going to do a quick rush into this A-bomb site. Now what can they do? Let's have a look at one of them. Kenny S with that first shot onto MX to take him down. Yep, I do believe that was on the A-bomb site. It was. Apex and Taz preparing this attack by dispersing smokes all around the bomb site. They know HusG is playing underneath balcony. Rattlesnake lands a shot onto Apex. Can Rattlesnake make it 2? He knows exactly where Taz is. He can't. HusG goes big with 2 kills. He knew where he was, but HusG was far too good for him. Taz gets on the score sheet alongside Neo, and now it's all down to Neo to try and rescue this round, at least, for his own team. So can he pull this 2 versus 1 clutch off? He does have an AK-47 in his hands. Rattlesnake playing CT spawn that up, and Husey playing between both bomb sites in the mid area. Actually, no, he's in apps. Where is he? He's making... Yep, they are going to surround Neo. So Husey's going to make his way towards the A bomb site from apps. Rattlesnake knows exactly where Neo is. The problem is Neo has no idea that Husey is making his way from behind him. But Neo spots him, but Husey sends him to his grave. And down goes Neo. And a very, very good shot there by Husey with his M4 to even out the scoreline. 11-11. Obviously, if ANEXIS do win this map, then guess what? They will be the champions of the Prague Challenge 2013, or District Prague, or whatever you want to call it. But it is referred to mainly as the Prague Challenge, here, live from Prague. Obviously, there were a few Czech Republican teams who were quite a handful for ANEXIS, but they did get the job done at the end of the day. So, more or less buys from both sides. Apex and Overdrive with Galils, but Nostalgie really want to try and not give that many rounds away, because they know if they lose another round, well, they're in trouble, because ANEXIS will probably go on and capitalise. So Neo's going to make his way towards Husey. Husey will finish him off to level out the number of players, so 4-4. And it looks like we're going to have an A push. MX playing under balcony as the T's run onto this A bomb site. MX tries to take down Taz. He cannot. And it's 4 versus 2 now. Very, very, very well done from Nostalgie. Good teamwork. They timed that A rush to perfection. Release now. Is he going to go for it? I don't think they will go for it, to be fully honest. Husey making his way up through connector. Obviously, talking to Release as well. I don't think they're going to go for it. I think they're going to go for more or less exit frags here. Both Yuzi and release, but Yuzi falls to his death thanks to a beautiful Kenny S shot with that AVP. And now it's a game of cat and mouse. And Nostalgie going to try and hunt down release. Fortunately for release, he's running right into one of the terrorists. He will take down Kenny S though. Is he going to run into the other terrorist? No, the other terrorist ran away himself. So Kenny S lost that up, but Kenny S has more than enough money to buy himself another one. So taking a look at the scoreline, Rattlesnake 19 to 15, Release 20 kills, 16 deaths, Hughesy 19 kills, 16 deaths, HUDG with 12 kills, 16 deaths, and MX with 8 kills, 16 deaths. So quite a poor KDR of 0.5 there from MX. Kenny S topping it for his team, 20 kills, 15 deaths. Then Apex, then Taz, then Neo, then Overdrive. So HUDG gets the opening kill of the round onto Taz with that M4. So 5 on 4 now in favour of ANEXIS. Neo preparing what looks to be a fancy smoke and flash as he prepares to push his connector. Will take down Hughes. However, he is going to get pushed by HUDG, and HUDG gets 2 big kills. Rattlesnake with another kill there. Kenny S knows exactly where HUDG is. Brilliant no-scope by Kenny S. How does he do it? But Rattlesnake, the battle of the AWPers there. One AWPer got one over another AWPer. Rattlesnake took down Kenny S. And oh my, this is a close game. Really, I have no idea, you know, who is going to win this map. I'll tell you what, if Nostalgie manage to pull this map out of the bag and we go to third map, which will be Inferno, I've been informed, then we're going to have one heck of a set of games, one heck of a final on our hands. I was going to say set of games, but then again, we would have already watched 2 maps. But anyways, Kenny S pushes MX. MX, well, was just really fooling around, but perhaps Kenny S went one step too far as HUDG made him pay. Release playing B by himself as he prepares for this sudden charge of terrorists onto this B bomb site. Release makes it 1 for himself. Release gets 2. Can he make it 3? No, he can't. Yes, he can actually. Rattlesnake is the one who got the 3rd kill there on the top right of your screen, but Release did eventually make it 3 for himself. So a colossal round from Release there, doing what he does best. He just picks up that M4 and absolutely slices anyone coming his way. And ANEXIS needs 3 more rounds to obviously win this game. So can ANEXIS pull it off and emerge as champions of the Prague Challenge 2013? Obviously something the ANEXIS organisation will be over the moon about. Nostalgie probably not too bothered. They'll take whatever consolation money they get for finishing 2nd place. Obviously aren't a team. Really, as far as the bookies are concerned, ANEXIS should be winning this game, or should win this game at least. But anyway, this is Counter-Strike and anything can happen. So what the T's doing here, 3 at mid. Taz will get the first kill onto Release at B. Kenny S playing short, looking with that up, and MX evens out the number of players. It looks like we're going to have a B push now. Apex making his way onto that B bomb site, and I think he's going to make his way into Kitchen. Neo takes down Rattlesnake, who was actually in Kitchen, and Apex finally gets that kill onto MX, who was causing havoc on that A bomb site. Apex spots HUDG, who was rotating. Well, he definitely has spotted him now. HUDG does have an AWP for whatever reason. We don't see him using it very often, but we know that he can do relatively well with it, but not well enough as Apex brings him to his death. So now Hughesy all by himself. We haven't seen Hughesy attempt a lot of clutch situations, and I mentioned this in the last map on DDoS 2, where he could have gone for a 2v1, and I didn't really feel like ANEXIS really were obliged to save. Obviously, we all know what Hughesy is capable of, or at least was capable of back in the day. I'm not sure whether he's not taking these 2v1s on, or 3 versus 1s on, because money is an issue. We know that money isn't an issue, though, as we can see from there. So I don't know why he didn't go for it, but it's up to him. Maybe a lack of self-confidence, I don't know. But whatever it is, ANEXIS is going to have to put that to one side and make sure they get the next 3 rounds. If Nostalgie get the next 3 rounds, well, I'll tell you what, they will be over the moon to take this final game here at the Prague Challenge to a 3rd map. So, a bye round as expected from both sides. Looks like we're going to have a mixed A push now, are we? No. Well, Nostalgie have taken control at mid, and ANEXIS really aren't playing that aggressive. They're letting Nostalgie play, and that can, you know, that can go both ways for ANEXIS, because in a way it allows Apex to make his way onto the A bomb site and cause problems like he did just there. Can he take down HUDG? Yes, he can. Apex explodes all over the A-bomb site by himself. Yuzi comes in from apps to even it out. 3 versus 2 now. It's all down to Yuzi and Rattlesnake to try and save this all-important round for ANEXIS. Little does Yuzi know that Overdrive is making his way right from behind him. Overdrive will take out Yuzi, and it's all down to this man here with the big green gun. Rattlesnake, who is going to fall back, as it seems, and try and save that up. 40 seconds to go. What's he going to do then? Let's be having your Rattlesnake. Let's see what Rattlesnake can pull out the bag. Looks like he's just making his way back to towards T-spawn. He is going to get taken down by Taz. Taz, good anticipation there. And Nostalgie find themselves in the lead. If Nostalgie get one more round, they will guarantee at least a draw for them. Actually, no, they won't, because I believe there will be overtime. So, obviously, they'll guarantee a draw in normal time, but then we're going to have extra time or overtime. Unfortunately, no golden goal. Poor joke there, so I do apologise. So we're seeing an eco from ANEXIS. I'll tell you what, that's exactly what they didn't want to happen. That's going to give Nostalgie 15 rounds. Unless they can get a massive eco round. Hudgy with the massive kill. We're talking about massive eco round. Hudgy goes massive with a nice kill there. Picked up an AK. He's on 40 HP though. Perhaps he should have given that AK to a CT who did have more HP. I don't know. He's a professional, not me. So what are the T's going to do now? They obviously know that that ANEXIS, are going to be on a deco. Looks like they're going to go for a sudden push onto this A-bomb site through connector. And apps, Overdrive has been spotted by Husey. And Neo makes his way. Actually, no, that was a good pick onto short as Rattlesnake dropped down. Overdrive still in the apps area. 4 versus 3 in favour of, funnily enough, a favour of the team who was eco in. Make that 3 versus 3 as Neo lands a very nice AK shot onto release to finish him off. So 3 on 3, Kenny S with an AWP. They're trying to clear out this A-bomb site. Hurricane Husey pulled something out of his sleeve to take down Neo. But Kenny S and Overdrive with a killer piece. Hudgy now 1 versus 1. Can Hudgy take down Kenny S? Kenny S with the pistol. Can Hudgy get an all-important round? Well, why is it important? Well, because he'll keep ANEXIS in the game and prevent Nostalgia from getting draw. At the same time, we've got to bear in mind that Hudgy and co were ecoing, but Hudgy could not pull it out of the bag. And Kenny S, he's a brilliant player. And he confused Hudgy all over the park there to get the all-important 15 mark for Nostalgie. And if I tell you what, if Nostalgie get the next round, well, they have won the second map, and we're going to have a third map here. And ANEXIS, well, they looked good at one point, but to be fully honest, losing 10-5 as terrorists probably, you know, despite the small comeback they had going on earlier on in the half, it just wasn't good enough, and it looks like Nostalgia going to take this. Apex, Taz, and Neo getting a killer piece, and now it's all down to release and MX, and I think ANEXIS more or less know that this is over and done with, as Release flashes himself and drops to his death. Full time, and we will have a third map to decide the winner of this Prague Challenge 2013. Stay tuned to ANEXIS TV.